All
What?
right. All right. Okay. All right. I was
That's when
muted
we
for a
were all
minute.
muted. He came in like two.
Okay. I want to say hi to everybody. It's going to be me and Foster tonight. Our co-host, as in Shorty, is taking care of some business as usual, and Carl is on vacation. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the show tonight with me and Foster. It's going to be a short show, like I mentioned in the chat. But I do want to say hello to Armando Chad, Armando Lara Jr. Welcome. And what do you got, Foster?
I got nothing, man. I've been fooled again for the last 3 years in a row. What the hell's going on here? I thought we were supposed to win like 10 games this year, League 11, make the playoffs. Oh, what do I got? I don't know. Maybe a communicable disease. I'm joking around with it.
I hope not. I
No,
hope
no,
not.
no, I don't. I don't. I'm just like, I don't even, where do we go with the Bears, man? Let's
He
get
said a
this right.
communicable with
You
disease.
know, only me, brother. Only me.
Only you, bro. Only you, man.
There's a reason. I just don't. God hasn't. I can't figure it out, man. Why I'm, sitting here talking to you, but whatever. It's all good, man. He's got it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting this game because I noticed that Detroit has a lot of people on the injury report. So, and they're playing outside as well as, uh, it's a home game for us. It might be an interesting game.
I hope it is. I hope it's something worth watching from start to finish. The whole game. Again, even if it's a close one, I much prefer that than some of the stuff we've seen in the recent weeks, man.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'll go fix something in the other room because they're it's literally last week was like the first time I've done that in a long time. I'm just like, I can't even take it anymore.
But you know what? I'm so used to it that
Mm-hmm.
I just roll with it, man. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
uh when I was talking earlier in the preseason, I'm like, we as a fan base lack patience. We want everything right now, right now, right now. And not understanding that rookie quarterbacks will take time, understanding that, things like that just takes time, man. And you just gotta you gotta stay the course, weather the storm. You just gotta keep on going with it. What's up, Mr. Mayhem? Uh so yeah, I mean, it just
Yeah.
boggles my mind. But before we get into the game though, I want to talk about the thumbnail being, should the Bears start Tyson Bagent to avoid injuring Caleb?
I was just going to ask you that exact question, dude. Literally.
Well, I beat you to it though. So what do you think, folks?
Here, if he's out there getting killed 7 sacks, 8 sacks, maybe you give the guy a break. But I'd probably play him the remainder of the games just to get him. The more you play with the guys, you know, I'm tossed here, but because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You could say, okay, let's make sure he's healthy for next year, and this year is what it is, and or you can say, hey, let's get him some reps. It's still game time action. The guy's only played a few games in his NFL career. It's not like he's a seasoned veteran. He's been playing for 5 years in the NFL. People forget that. He is a rookie, man. He's a
Yeah,
rookie. So I say play him, unless things are out of hand and he's getting the crap kicked out of him because we know what that does to a quarterback. We've been witnessing it for decades.
agreed. Now I agree with that part.
Yeah.
Chad Speaker agrees with you. Uh, Googly Bear says no because we need to lose out to get a good pick. I would say, I would say that I'm of the belief I would play him because he needs to learn how to manage the game, manage timeouts, manage getting in and out of plays. But I just wouldn't run. I wouldn't have a run heavy offense. I mean, I would have a run heavy offense as opposed to dropping him back 40 times. No, don't do that. Let him hand the ball off and go from there.
Yeah, but who's see there's a problem there too because without Roshan around, we don't have an inside runner.
True. I mean, I don't know if Travis Homer could do it or not, but
Homer's a little better at it than
Swift.
yeah, in my opinion. I was kind of hoping that we'd see some Darrington Evans the other day,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to at the end of that game because he had some bright spots when he carried the ball here and there. I'm nothing super fantastic, but you never know. The guy's never had a consistent. And I'm just saying it. I'm just bringing it up because, um, you know, we traded Herbert. Roshan gets hurt, and to me, he's still the guy. Like there's games where I'm going, man, why don't you start off with Roshan and pound the ball right up the middle 4 or 5 times, beat these guys up a little bit instead of going wide right off the bat.
right,
You know what
right.
I mean? Let's we know where it all starts. It starts in the damn trenches. So let's get tough and let's run up the middle. I don't care if it is. Peyton used to say, man, if you can get 3.5, 4 yards of carry, you'll score a touchdown every time.
Now, to your point, Foster, giving that Detroit is beat up as far as the injuries, they're a dome team and very seldom play outdoors at all. This is the game to really do that. This is the game where we should just pound the rock. I mean, one of those games where we just pounding and pounding and I think they'll throw out the white flag by the third quarter because that's the attitude I think we have to take with this game, especially because they got
Agreed.
a lot of their players out, so or listed on the injury report. Just get physical with them, man. I mean, the way that number 64, the guy we just brought in last week, the way he played so physical,
Yeah.
being playing the one technique. We just
Yeah.
need to keep that in order to win this game. But as far as Bagent and his him playing, I mean, if like I said, like you said, if the game get out of hand, go ahead, put him in then. But I want to see Caleb be able to learn how to get in out of the huddle quickly. Things like that, manage that, especially that 2 minute drill. Work that time, towards the end of the half.
I say run that a little bit more, man. They seem to do better when they're in hurry up.
Most definitely.
Um, here's what I wanted to say too, Pete. Is you think about football? It's kind of like life, man. You'll see. You and I have been watching this game between us since the damn started. If you add the years up, and and the things that there's I remember times as a kid, and I'm going back to the mid-'70s, and it'd be like, wow, I never thought I'd see that in a football game, and I'm still doing it to this day. I mean, there's things that happen that it's like my dad used to say, man, the more you know, the better off you're going to be down the road. So the more that he sees, the more you can experience, and we know this in the NFL, the more you can experience, I won't say the sooner, but the more you can experience and see the growth, because we know Caleb's the guy. We know he's a quarterback that's going to be, if we don't ruin him, this guy should be a long-term top line starter. I believe that, and I truly believe that.
Right.
So
Well, I just think he needs, yeah, of course he needs the developing, but I know. Well, welcome John King Bravo Stocktone. I've never seen you in here before by that name, I don't believe. So welcome. I want to say welcome. He says that this year was always about developing Caleb. He's
yes,
not developed yet. He needs to stay at playing. I agree. He does need to play. But then we have Evie Warrior, another name I don't really recognize. He says, yes,
yeah,
start Bagent, please. And then we have my man King Buka World.
Buka,
We
Buka.
talked about this just a few minutes ago. He said this game is a game to run all over them and pound
Run
the run
over and
over and over.
over. So Caleb will throw it 45. So Caleb won't throw it 45 times. Would be my guess.
Yeah, I hope he don't. I mean, I don't think this is a game that he should be throwing the ball that much. Just pound the rock. Just keep on pounding it, man. Chad says, running the ball to keep the time of possession up. We have been doing since I've been noticing since Thomas Brown taking over. We've been seem like we've been winning the time of possession, although we've been losing the game. We've been winning that time of possession.
And that is just so not statistics. Over the decades, man. If you run time of possession and you get a turnover like we've done a few times,
yeah,
you'll win, but not these Bears, not this year.
Yeah, I think there's always a disconnect. I mean, I don't know if Caleb's trying to play get the home run ball and not taking the easy checkdowns, or what the issue is. But it's always just something with this team.
Yeah, and I'm gonna even throw these in maybe these decisions about going for 2 points and not taking the field goal attempt, and man, it adds up. It adds up. Go back and look at the games over this season. Going for 2 when I'm sitting here going, why? Because what's the difference if it's somebody just did it too in one of the games over last weekend that. Because I was watching the games over the weekend. I'm like, dude, you're going to regret that. And they lost by 1. I don't remember who it was, but I was sitting there watching it.
Right.
I'm going, it's too early. Why are you going for 2 now? Because analytics says you go
that was Detroit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And analytics said they should go for the field goal. That's what it was. And they went against it.
Oh, they did the onside kick. I'm sorry. Detroit did the onside kick. That's what I was thinking of. But John King Bravo Stockton, I apologize, man, for not recognizing your name, man. But hey, I appreciate you being a longtime viewer and subscriber. Man, hop in the chat more often so I can see you more often there, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we love the comments, man. Any comments or questions, or if you want to come on here and maybe say something, man, let us know. Let us know, man. We'll still do that stuff. Oh man, is Dan coming? We got to end the show now, guys. Good night, everybody. Stay safe.
But King Booker says I hope they do start Bagent one of these games to give his fans what they want, and they can finally see why he's the QB2. And you know what? I don't think we need to play him in order to prove that point. I mean, that point has already been proven. What's up, Shorty?
Greetings, gentlemen.
Dude, if we ignore him, you think he'll go away?
Huh?
I was gonna say if we ignore him, you think he'll just go away? Hey, it worked. It worked.
We're stuck with him for the rest of our lives. I already know
it. You better
man,
be.
I'm gonna have to cut out early. I ain't gonna make the 6,000 years. I just can't take it if I got to deal with him for the rest of my life.
Listen, I will never live as long as you two. You guys are. Foster is going on 800. What are you, Peach? 500?
Feels like 1,000, sure. He feels like
I'm
1,000.
40, sir. I'm 40.
40 my ass.
I turned 50 this Christmas, so
Benjamin Buttons. I'm going backwards.
Looking forward to that. What's the 50s
He's
like,
got a
guys?
pair of long johns that are 40 years old. He wore him his first day into service, and he still got the damn thing.
And you've been wearing the same underwear for 40 years, Foster. So.
I know. That's why they're yellow.
I can't remember the 50s, man. So I just got to leave that alone. I can't remember the 50s.
I wanted to first off, thanks for having me on the show tonight, guys.
Yeah, you tried. I mean, but
you tried hard not to, right? That's
right. Well, that's what I meant.
But I wanted to ask you, like, should we? Is there a federal emergency right now that we should contact the government about? Like, it's fucking snowing cocaine over here. What is this white stuff that's falling from the sky?
Well, they did it because it's easier than bringing it in from other countries. That way, it's already here on the ground, man.
He's been living in Georgia so long, he forgot what snow looks like.
Oh, is that what that is? That's snow?
It's been away too long.
I literally had to go get a freaking ice scraper and a snow brush because I don't have it in my truck.
I only got like 6 of them in the garage, man. Each.
Well, you guys, shit, I should get out of here because you guys got a bunch of newbies in chat, and I don't want to ruin the show.
Too late. It's already done.
Oh man,
Can't
listen,
go back, dude.
listen, guys. I'm not going to be out here too long because I don't want to. I'm at a hotel. I'm at a hotel. I don't want to bore my wife while she's, while I'm just talking to a screen. So, but I did want to thank you guys for doing this without me tonight, and I wanted to congratulate you, Peach, because man, baby steps, right? First, you started running chat.
I'm running the chat.
And please tell me you started the stream, or did you do that, Foster?
Foster did it.
Foster. Man. I was trying to
can't take credit, man. Foster's my right hand man. I can't take credit.
They get him. He'll get it. We'll get him.
One of these days, you will.
Only 3 things you got to know, Peach, and you'll have them, because then you can just come on here one day crying, going, "It's been 160 years, and I can't take this crap anymore, man. I'm no longer a Bears fan. I'm now a LA Rams fan."
I have got to ask Clark Khan. He's saying Dan is my hero. I've never seen Clark Khan in here before in chat, so
that's Chad Spear.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
No, Clark Khan. So
yeah.
Clark, thank you for joining us tonight.
There he is.
Maybe you are a subscriber to the channel. If not, I hope you would think about doing that. And if you are and have seen this before but never been in chat, thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah. So I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. It sounded like you were talking about the title of the show. Bagent?
Yeah.
Oh, we already passed that part, bro.
Yeah. You heard?
Can I just put my 2 cents in?
If I was in a hotel room with my wife, I wouldn't be on this show.
Sorry. Hey, that's already been done.
Well, you didn't have to go out there and announce that. You'd still be laying around.
I'm going to be quiet over here, Josh.
I'd still be laying around with whipped cream and cherries and maybe, I don't even know.
STC saying, bring Kitty on for a second.
Adorable.
She doesn't have her wolf face that she normally pulled up when she was our producer. God, I wish she was still our producer. No slight on Carl, love Carl, but I loved having the female aspect producer of the show. That was fun.
I agree. Play Bagent. How about that?
Yeah. So I just
wait. What did you say, Kitty?
She said, "What'd you say?"
I agree. Play Bagent.
She says she agrees. Play Bagent.
You're just looking for Murphy's Law to get a victory.
Like, can you guys imagine if he blows his knee in this game or the next game or the next game? Like he's gone for next season. And all you're going to do is potentially build the draft stock of Tyson Bagent.
So what would happen if we play Montez Sweat and he blows out his knee?
Well, you just get another one.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
It's kind of to the point though too. And just might as well. I mean, we're not winning with our first stringers. Let's just put all the second stringers in.
But I guess the point I'm trying to make is, if they're getting paid to play, now there are some of us, and I'm speaking for fans now. There's some of us who's never been to a Bear game before, and they're excited about seeing Caleb Williams for the first time in person.
Jason UK Bears, who just flew in
so
literally
I'm sure
yesterday.
He wouldn't want to come all the way from the UK just to watch Tyson Bagent. I'm sure he would be very disappointed.
Yeah.
And say to himself, why did I come over here?
I think you're right.
So I think that players owe it to the fans, if healthy, play. I mean, yes, you do run a risk of getting hurt. That's part of the game. But me as a player, I would feel some type of way that, I have to go out here and play. Because they don't care about me getting hurt, but they want to protect Caleb and not worry about him getting hurt.
Right.
I think I would feel a certain type of way about that.
Yeah, this poor guy, signed up to come out to Chicago before the season started. Spent all this money to come out to Chicago. He's in the loop right now. I think tonight they're at Buddy Guy's Blues, club or Legends, yeah. And then they're going to 2 games, and our tickets cost $400 because the friend that we have, they're in the United Club level, so those tickets are ridiculously expensive. And then we have the next, Thursday night. That's going to be brutally cold, and it just sucks that the hopes were so high before the season started, and here we are on an 8-game losing streak. Who knew that a Hail Mary could do this to a season? And we're all, what are we going to do? Not go to the game? Like, if it wasn't for Jason coming in, I would just say, fuck it up. I already spent the money on the tickets. I'd rather have the seats empty at this point. But I'm just going to go there and wear my jersey backwards, and I'm going to try to get every single person that I see. And I'm going to be diligently going after
club seats, sir. Nobody gonna see you.
But they're outside. They're outside still. You have to go into the United Club to get to the seats, though.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I'm going to be like in the, everyone I see, I'm going to convince them to wear their jerseys backwards to protest this ownership, because it's ridiculous. You keep raising the prices. It's $13 a beer. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you're doing this to fans.
This is what I've been saying for years, man. Matter of fact, there was a show on the Barroom Network I was on with Vinny. We were just talking about just baseball, even. But they've driven the common man out of the sport, and now you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to be paying to watch in all these games. I mean, you guys already do, but look at so isn't there a game that's like only on Peacock again, and tonight only if you pay for Amazon Prime? It's all coming. They're just going to keep sucking the fans dry, which is total bullshit, because you've got billionaires and millionaires, and then who pays for it? Joe Average. We pay for all of it. And then that's the other thing that kicks me off about this stadium downtown. And this is why I really think the Bears are doing it, because it saves them $3 billion. The taxpayers of Illinois got to pay that $3 billion if it ain't built in Arlington Heights. That's probably the real damn reason, because the McCaskies aren't going to spend the money.
While they're still paying for the current Soldier Field.
It doesn't even matter. Yeah. We, the taxpayers, are still paying for it from 20 freaking years ago. This kind of crap's got to stop, man.
And the Viking Stadium is paid off already after 5 years.
I would rather, honestly, the Bears can get the hell out of Chicago. If they're going to force the people of Illinois to keep paying and paying, like my kids' fucking kids are going to be paying for this shit. It's bullshit. Sorry, Dan, but I get aggravated with that crap.
Please don't be sorry.
Because it's just
unload.
Common man gets screwed. They're just bending the common man over daily in this country, and it's got to end.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that, it's a business, and to go back to the part about you not wanting to watch them. I said at the beginning of the season when you and I talked privately, Dan, I said, I'm about keeping my emotions even keel. Never get too high, never get too low. And this losing, I'm used to. I'm used to it. But so I try to look for different things within the play that I can be happy about.
Yeah.
Like Ford, him playing the one technique last week. I thought he did a pretty good job. Encouraging. Do I say name him the starter for next year? No, but it was good to see that. I look for little bits and pieces. The fact that Tyler Scott was able to finally catch a pass again. He haven't caught a pass since last year? I mean, he caught a pass, although it was like 5 yards or whatever it was. So Bagent completed a pass. These little things, I take small victories because, this season's over with. I do
that all the time, and I'm with you 100%. But I'm getting freaking tired of doing it every freaking season after season after season.
It gets worrisome, but what are you going to do?
Nothing.
I'm not going to go be a Packer fan.
No way, man.
What I mean? I got to look for the victories that I can find. So I'm cool with it. Because again, I'm not going to go to the bar just because the Bears lost. Oh, let me go to the bar and go have 50 drinks. If they lost,
I would do it
let's move
because
on.
if they won, tied, or lost, that's the best way. Sorry.
I mean, I'm just saying. I just think I try to keep it in perspective enough to where I don't get so upset about it that it's going to ruin my day, because I used to be that guy. Man, Bears lose on a Sunday. Come Monday, I have a bad week. You know what I mean? I mean, like, oh, my Bears.
Damn, that's a lot of bad weeks.
It was, but it's now I'm to the point where now I'm like, okay, where's the little victories I can find, and that's where I'm at.
70s, 80s, 90s, 2010s. Wow, that's decades of bad fucking weeks, dude.
Chad says only 3 consecutive winning seasons since the 80s is crazy. I think he's wrong. Isn't it 2? When have we had 3
you
in a
gotta
row?
look at the Lovey years, because I don't think we did it.
Lovey was 2005, 2006, 2010.
7, yeah, but that's not even consecutive.
Matt Nagy was 18 and 20.
Did he have a winning season in 20, or did he finish 500?
See, we're that bad. We don't even know, because like other fans would know what their record was every year.
It was a winning season, but they backed into the playoffs.
What? Oh, yeah. They lost the last game of the year, and then somebody else lost, and they got in.
Mm-hmm.
It's tiresome, man. It's tiresome. I get looking for the positive. I always do, PJ. I'm like, okay, we've got a few games left, man. We're gonna find a diamond in the rough, and I continuously do this. And
Bears was 8-8. Bears was 8-8 in 2020.
And they backed into. They got the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. I mean, the point I was making is we didn't have a winning season.
Yeah.
We just finished 500.
No, they backdoored the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I know
it's when does this team, when does this organization finally do something?
That's
the big.
That's where it's getting really, really, really hard to find the hope, because, and I don't even know how many times I've said this recently. The McCaskies are the problem. I was so hoping Thomas Brown would just, take this and not give it back, and he would become the guy. And we look worse without Eberflus right now. That's hard to believe, but we look worse.
Can we unpack that?
Because I did not want to go through another coaching cycle with the McCaskies at the helm hiring it.
Okay. If you say that McCaskies are the problem, give me an example or examples of them being the problem.
Wait.
Because what I'm seeing, in my opinion, is he pretty much take a step back and let the GM, let the president do their thing, and that's where he goes. So
I have the answer.
All right, go ahead. Specifically.
I disagree with that though, because here, so there was this team, man, and for 40 years they were the doormat of the league. They just couldn't get it together, and one of the big time original owners of the team, he wasn't in the founding membership, but they were around for 4 decades, man. I mean, they were. I don't know if they won more than 4 or 5 games in a season for 4 decades. That's how bad they were. And then you have, who that team is? It's the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
And the Eagles were the same way. They were doormats for decades, man. Decades. I think the Eagles were actually worse than the Steelers at that time for 40 years, the record. So the ownership, you still got to luck out every once in a while. It's been too long, man. We can't even every 20 years get something good? We can't even stay on that record? Saying.
My answer to that is
2006.
The reason why the McCaskies are the problem is because George constantly professes to be a fan. I'm just a fan. I don't know about football. Like, come on. Every one of us here, you guys, every one of you in chat, we are all just fans, but we all have better answers than George or any of the other McCaskies that ran this team has ever had. Again, like Ted Phillips, we all bitched and complained about him for years, just being basically a family member that was, the team president. He was the accountant that became the team president. The damn guy leaves, and we all were like, finally, we're going to get a football guy in here. And then they get in Warren, and Warren just happens to hate Jim Harbaugh. In the year that Jim Harbaugh becomes available to the NFL again. And I can guarantee you, I shouldn't say that. I would hope and expect that Ted Phillips would have at least had enough brains to go, hey, I was here when Jim was our quarterback,
Yeah.
and I've seen what he's done around the NFL and now in college. This is the guy that I think we should at least bring in for an interview. But we just get fucked out of that because he retires the year before Jim becomes available, and they just happen to get a guy that hates Jim. And it was the perfect alignment with the new quarterback, the first pick in the draft, and now here we are again on this cycle. And we're still on this cycle because now Ryan Poles is in the final year of his contract when they're hiring a new head coach. So either you fire Ryan Poles and you start all over again, or you extend Poles for the length of the contract with the next head coach you hire. But will they do that? No, they will not, because they are just not.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You would think after all of these years, Peach, that a football fan, a fan of this team, would be able to figure that out, would be able to get that correct, would be able to learn from his mistakes. But they won't. And it's going to happen again.
See, I disagree from the standpoint of when Ted was here, Harbaugh was available to go get a couple of years ago from Michigan because he was wanting to leave Michigan, but then he ended up going back. Ted had no indication of trying to go get him, first of all. Second of all,
but
he wasn't leaving Michigan, man.
Where were we in the coaching cycle of whatever coach we had just hired? Was it year one, year two?
Michigan, he was going to get his championship. Yeah. I remember, Peach. I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I remember even when he left Stanford, I mean, it could have been, but then a couple of years in, I mean, if they really wanted him, they could have went to go get him. But
he didn't want to come after he left Stanford. He didn't want to come back to the NFL.
There was a couple of years ago where he wanted to to leave Michigan because they was talking about cutting his salary. That was a couple of years ago.
That was the year before. Yeah, that was 3 years ago. They won the national championship.
Yeah, they were talking about cutting his salary. So that's what I'm saying. He could have been.
Remember that came out
wanted.
where he did a thing where a bunch of his salary went to charity anyways, and he wasn't leaving Michigan though. I'm just saying that came out later. You guys remember?
Well, he didn't leave Michigan, but I think he would have left Michigan if they cut your salary. You would have left.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm trying to get to the point. I mean, the point I'm trying to make is the McCaskies, from what I see in it, if George is taking a hands-off approach to where here, GM, do your thing, president, do your thing, I can't fault him for that. I don't think that's a bad decision if he got his hands off. Now, the ones who's making decisions, I'm not saying they're not making bad decisions. They probably have made bad decisions. But just the mere fact of him taking the approach of hands off, I can't find fault in that.
I get it, but I don't see hands off. I'm seeing meddling and hands tied again, just like it was with Phillips for a quarter of a fucking century. Sorry,
right.
But I'm seeing the same thing because Poles. So what's the truth here? Did Poles really hire Eberflus all his own? Was it a list where he was given you got to make a choice of these guys? He wanted Harbaugh. They wouldn't let him get Harbaugh. So then it is an ownership or someone's meddling. They're not letting Poles do his job, whether Poles is right or wrong. Let them fucking try without.
Now, I agree with you there.
Hand in and saying, no, we're not bringing in Harbaugh because Warren don't like him or we don't, whatever.
No, that's the point I'm making. I think
get it.
somebody probably be telling him what to do, whether it's Eddie Corsi or whoever, Bill Polian, who's ever telling them. I'm sure somebody was told him. I just don't believe it was the McCaskies, because I think the McCaskies like, hey, I don't know about football. Why don't you guys handle it?
But the McCaskies hired a consultant firm. They hired a consultant to find the next head coach before they hired the general manager. You hire the general manager, you let the fucking general manager find the head coach. You don't give them a list that the consultant, who by the way beat you in the fucking Super Bowl. Let's go get that guy's advice, right? Like,
well, just here, let's look at Warren in Minnesota. Okay. When did they start looking good and winning? They had flashes. They haven't done anything till after he's been gone.
True.
I don't know if there's a connection with that, but it's just like I can't remember who I was talking to the other day. I don't know if it was one Shorty. I don't remember. Remember, and I think it was 2018, 19, whatever, 20. The Bears kept having a lot of soft tissue injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And the strength and conditioning coach had the similar problem in Los Angeles or LA with the Raiders or Oakland with the Raiders. Do you guys remember this or no?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So where is that guy? What's up with the injuries that we're not sustaining anymore? Because he's gone. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Is Warren going to run the show, or is Poles going to be able to just you take the blinders and the reins off and the handcuffs and you let him run it? Because
Mm-hmm.
if we don't do that, we might as well have Ted Phillips and all the other guys that we had, because that's where we're at. That's the way I feel about it.
Clark Kahn says, "Who wants Mike Vrabel as head coach and Josh McDaniels as offensive coordinator?" That's an interesting question.
He lost me on the Josh Daniels as offensive coordinator.
Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator is damn good. Head coach, no.
I don't know if he's the leader that we need.
He's the guy we're not going. He's the guy we would not lose to a head coaching job. We know that.
I would at least like to have him around as a QB's coach.
But is he the leader though? Because what I see that Waldron did for Caleb was not give him much leadership. Would Josh give him much leadership, or would he come up with some weird type of stuff and all that other things? Because that's what I'm worried about now, where Caleb's going to get some leadership from. I know Vrabel is a leader. I give you that. Vrabel is a leader, 100%. But in that quarterback room, in that offensive room, having Josh McDaniels there, is he the leader that Caleb needs?
I don't know. That's a good question too.
Yeah, I don't know that answer, but the film that I have seen of him interacting with players appears to be positive in my perspective, where he's, no, man, we got to do it like this. We got to do it like this every time. And you know, even the clip with when they were going to draft CJ Stroud and they got screwed. There's a clip of him with CJ Stroud after the pro day talking, and just go watch that clip. You can find that anywhere on YouTube. Go look at anything you can look at with him, but find that clip to start with, because I know that's going to be the easiest one. I like the way his interaction is with the players from what little I have seen. I'll say that. But said the same thing about Warren. I thought he was going to be good for the team, and that was a total.
By the way, can I just quickly just say CHGO?
No.
Oh,
have you seen all the shit coming out with CHGO, and they're fucking laying everyone off? Like
they laid off Mick. Anybody else that we know?
Oh, they laid off a bunch of guys, but they were from other like Blackhawks, CHGO Blackhawks.
Okay.
CHGO.
Money. No, what? No super chance?
Right. These
That's
guys
why
are
I was
out there.
asking for super chats. Huh?
They're out there pounding the table for super chats. They can
see-
make a little bit extra cash, and then they just.
I don't see that because I don't even watch any of their stuff at all anymore. I just stopped watching because it's an advertisement, and then, well, I think the Bears should like I'm sitting here saying the same crap I just said, but I don't know, man. I've cut off all that crap. It's down to us and the shows we're doing here on BCP. I'm really enjoying those, and of course, barroom stuff. And Nick, Jay, just another year, and
Yeah, I think
and all that stuff. And I was catching that stuff all the time, or at least seeing the replays. And these days, again, for this last freaking year, I really had it rough with seeing stuff. But
yeah,
I'm watching the same stuff because there's so much crap out there. And half a CHGO to me is just more crap.
It always bothered me when it bothered me. It still does. That you could clearly tell what CHGO was. It was a media. It was some billionaire trying to make more billions by trying to weasel his way into the Chicago Bears podcasting world and trying to compete and overtake all the little guys like us that are doing this out of the passion of their own hearts for this team, not as a means to make a living. And
I don't even care if they do make, if he does make tons of money. I don't give a crap. Put some consistent, decent content out where it's not commercials and asking for money all the freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Just
put
something out of value. And I know a lot of guys too that are just they're not even watching that stuff, man.
I think one of the beautiful things about chat and working chat and being in chat like we are, this whole channel that we have, is interacting with the chat. And because at the end of the day, we're all fans. I have my opinion, you have your opinion, we all have different opinions. We agree on some, disagree on others, but that's what makes it fun for me. It's like just basically sitting around talking with friends about the Bears. That's how I feel about it. And I think what CHGO done by doing how they did it, they took that type of atmosphere away from it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's try to be so commercialized that it's like not even fun to watch, where you guys know when you come tune in to us, you're going to get a laugh. At some point, you're going to get a laugh.
You better get a laugh.
Whether you like it or not, damn it.
Whether you like it or not. Sometimes we have to be told to start talking about Bears again. That's the kind of laughs we give out.
And that's what makes it fun. I mean, especially I want to share that, especially during this time being the holiday season. I mean, whether you celebrate Christmas, celebrate Hanukkah, whatever type of belief system you have and you celebrate, this is the season for the holidays and showing love one towards another. I mean, yeah, we should show it all year long, but I want you guys in chat to know, as well as my co-hosts know, that I do appreciate and love you guys. I truly do, and I enjoy this. We all had something to do tonight, but I wanted to make sure we did a show tonight just so we can share with you guys before Christmas a little bit of time, just to be able to say, hey, we appreciate you guys. And we appreciate you guys all year long, but I just really want you guys to know that I really appreciate you guys.
PJ, you could not have said that better. I mean,
he could have, but he won't. He don't know.
Yeah. If you were just like a little bit more articulate, PJ, come on,
just a little bit more, a little bit of emphasis, more emphasis on the end of it.
Better than that.
Aunt Miss is saying, I'm down with BCP. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me.
I wanted to do this since you're here, Dan. I was going to ask you this, Pete. I just wanted a quick assessment of that last game separately. And we'll take the offense, special teams, and defense. So I was going to ask you guys, what did you think of the defense for that game on the whole, on the entire game? We know what it was early and stuff, but
awful.
The defense was absolutely awful the whole game, you're saying?
I'm not. I would say
I was looking at Dan. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I wasn't part of the All 22 with you guys this past Tuesday, but to see it from that perspective again, but laying there literally dozing off the entire game, it seemed like the Vikings were scoring at will almost. It's like, oh, they got the ball back, they're going to score again.
Well, we handed them 10 points, and it could have been 14 to start the game.
It seems like everyone has packed it in.
Fault, sorry.
It seems like everyone has packed it in, and that's why, as much as it pains me to say this, because I have 2 games to go to out of the next 3 that are left, that I would much rather not see Caleb Williams get injured, than I would not watch Tyson Bagent play. And so I think it's only a win-win. If Bagent plays well enough that you can turn his I've said this before, I'll say it again. He's an undrafted free agent. That's a 3-year contract. So he's got 1 year left.
Yeah.
So unless you're playing him a lot next year to trade, even after that, it doesn't matter. After next year, he's walking. He's going to go looking for the team that wants to give him a chance to play. And he knows he's not going to get that here.
Yeah.
So barring injury. So to me, it's like, as much as it pains me to say this with 2 games to go, I would almost rather just see what Bagent has and see how that helps the draft stock. Because you can add another pick to this draft in a draft that we need as many fucking picks as we can get. Because clearly this offensive line is trash. And it needs help. So does the defensive line. So rather than having, God forbid, he blows out a knee, now he's not coming. He'll miss most of next season at this point. So, but again,
you turn the corner, Pete.
It's a football fan running the team, and he's not smart enough to think this way. So,
but that's not his decision, though, Shorty.
If McCaskey said.
He can't send down the word. He can't send them down the word. Hey, don't play Caleb. He can't do that. But I will admit that. But he's letting the coaches and the GMs and all them guys handle it. They can make that call. But like I told you, I'm not of that opinion anyway. But I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. I don't know. So to answer your question, I saw a team that is on vacation. That they're already thinking about where they're going on vacation, Foster. And it sucks that, the next 3 games are Geno Smith is playing lights out at this point in his career compared to what he was the first half. Oh, did he?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. What was it?
I don't remember.
I think it was his ankle.
Not finish the game, man. I'm usually, when I'm watching games, I'm looking at specific players a lot of time for fantasy guys. So.
That's in another week, though, so he might be ready next week. But he's playing the best ball of his career, by far. Impressive, actually. And then we've got are we really going to beat the Packers? Does anybody really have any hope about that anymore?
That's the game you fly for, man. That's the one you want to get.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that well, first of all, we're going to always hope and pick the Bears win. But as far as the thing with our offensive line is not good. However, I've seen some plays, as we talked about in the All-22, where Caleb just didn't throw the ball. We said the same thing about Justin. We said the same thing about Trubisky. And I think, and what I was fearful of, he's getting to a point of he's holding on to the ball, second guessing himself, thinking, well, should I make this pass or should I wait for something else that can be bigger because, we're behind the chains. And when you start thinking like that, you're overthinking and then therefore you're holding on to the ball, which causes problems. So my whole point is I just think that coaching has to be an emphasis. I think had Thomas Brown stayed working with him, it would have been better. But now because he got such a the whole team to worry about. No one's got that. He don't have that constant person, that constant right person in his ear. Hey man, right here, 3 step through it, 3 steps through it, 5 steps through it. You can see the deterioration because he's taking a step back. And that's what I'm saying. So what the coaches we've had is up now, like I told you guys before, the whole problem I had with Waldron after I thought, because I wanted Waldron here. Let me be clear. I'm not going to be changing my story. I wanted him. But what I didn't take into account was Waldron is not a leader. Eberflus wasn't much of a leader. So they both was kind of laid back, which didn't jive well to where you didn't give Caleb much direction. Whereas when Waldron was in Seattle, he had Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll got the energy of a 40-year-old. That man's almost 80 years old, but he got the energy of a 40-year-old. So he has that energy and he kept that energy going. So therefore, he kept Waldron in line. We didn't have that here. In steps Thomas Brown. So for that few weeks that he was just the offensive coordinator, the offense started looking better again. But Eberflus was messing up on the other parts of the game. So he had to go. Shorty made mention of this before, that maybe we should have made Eric Washington or Hightower the head coach, which I understand that based on this reason here, I understand that. However, if you ever thought about making Thomas Brown your head coach for next year, you would have needed an audition, is what you're getting now. So we're just in a conundrum. Sorry for the long explanation, fellas, but
we're in a rinse and repeat cycle.
Yeah.
A rinse and repeat cycle. A rinse and repeat cycle. What's up, Chicago Sports Podcast? Brandon Hyatt. Go check them out too. These guys got some good stuff going on over there. Rebranded by our guy J2K. It's why I spent an entire show saying that our really, truly only hope was that Thomas Brown would become the guy, because he was not hired by the McCaskies, had nothing to do with him becoming the head coach. Nothing. Ryan Poles barely had anything to do. If Ryan Poles truly did want Matt Eberflus, Ryan Poles really had nothing to do with Thomas Brown coming to the team. It was all Eberflus. And say what you want about Eberflus. The point I'm making is that this would have been the first head coach in God knows how long that became the head coach of the Bears that was not interviewed, run through the ringer, and by a fucking consultant firm to bring him in as the head coach. It would have been like divine intervention. But it's just he doesn't seem to be the guy. That sucks.
Yep.
Agreed.
I just was curious though, is it true that Poles told Eberflus that you got to bring this guy in? Did you guys hear that? That's been around for a couple of weeks.
That Poles told Poles
told Flus you got to bring this guy in.
Thomas Brown, yeah.
Yeah, Thomas Brown. I don't know what's what. So,
maybe that could be. So maybe I'm wrong on that.
It just I don't know. That's the thing, is there's so much damn misinformation, man.
It's true.
And stuff that you just can't verify until it comes out, whenever it comes out.
And I will go to my grave thinking that the look on Ryan Poles' face during that interview, or the press conference about the firing of Flus, that everyone's saying, oh, he's looking like Warren's little bitch. I really, truly, in my heart, believe that is him sitting there going, I told you guys so. I told you so. I was brought in after this team interviewed Flus, and they told me he was their guy, so I had to go with him. Because why else wouldn't they even allow him to interview anyone else? If he really truly did believe that he was the guy, which we all like kind of collectively sighed when they hired Eberflus, because there was a lot of other better choices, and he just seemed to fit that McCaskey mold. And I just think that's what makes this next. Thank you, Skylark. What's up, Skylark? Step down, George. That's what makes this. Where's the hope? Where are we supposed to gather hope from? We have no history to gather hope from. You can't go, well, at least they got it right this time. They can get it right again. They keep fumbling this.
Hey, it's like Asgard, brother.
Asgard?
Yeah, did you not listen to Thor? Asgard, where hope reigns eternal. Asgard.
Asgard? Is that like a butt plug?
No, Asgard is like heaven in the Marvel universe.
Oh, okay. I thought it was some kind of shield you put on your ass to protect yourself from getting raped in prison or something.
Hope reigns eternal.
Because that's about how I feel right now.
This guy.
That'd be a great commercial. Asgard.
This guy.
Sick of getting raped in prison?
Is this a butt plug?
No, what's the?
Y'all can't tell me y'all can get that from CHGO. That's all I want to say.
Not getting that from CHGO. In fact, CHGO.
What's the movie with the? God.
CHGO
cop where he's wearing one in the shower.
Oh yeah. This is CHGO right now.
What? No super chats? What? No super chats? What? No super chats?
You can tell I wasn't saying that, right? That was taken right from CHGO.
I don't know what this was.
It was to prove I wasn't saying it.
That's why you go.
Oh. Yeah, that was
Hope reigns eternal, but this show ain't gonna be eternal, especially tonight.
no. It might be with you though. You got a couple 300 years left in you. I have to leave this show to you and my will, Foster.
I told PJ I can't be around that long.
No, not another 200 years.
Well, no, it's a joke. I was saying I can't be around as long as you're here. So I was trying to get you off the show earlier.
Okay.
Never mind. I'm going south. I've got a problem here with my shoulder that just started acting up again, so I'm getting.
What are you wearing the coat for? Is your heat turned off?
No, I had it down because I was doing stuff when I turned it up, and then I ran out to take the garbage out in the snow, and I don't have a shirt on, so I came in. I sat here and I'm going, oh shit! I never put anything on.
They got rid of Herb over there at CHGO too.
Yeah, they got rid of Herb Lawrence. Herb Lawrence Moriano. What was it? No, not Herb Howard.
What Herb you talking about?
Herb Lawrence.
Who's that?
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
okay.
I think he does one of the other Chicago teams.
He did.
They have CHGO Blackhawks, CHGO Cubs, CHGO Sox, I think, CHGO Bulls. They're trying to corner the market in it, and that's
he was one of the guys that had the Nomad show going early in the beginning.
Yeah, Herb Howard, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's even worse, like EB Warrior is saying. Right before Christmas? Fuck you guys, man.
Warrior says, I feel bad. Go back to that. I want to read it because people can't see this. No biggie. EB Warrior says, I feel bad for Nicholas Moreno. He's about to get married, too. What a nice Christmas present from CHGO. And I mean, here's the other thing. It was like his damn show in the beginning. You think about the process that it was. Who was he with? It was Nick and somebody else.
Will.
Adam
Will.
Yeah,
Hogue.
Nick and Will. No, I'm going back.
Yeah, when they had their own
Started like
thing
4
going
years ago. 3-4
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, Will Wright, I think his name is.
No.
Will somebody. It was Will.
I don't know, but Carl texts me. He's like, man, we should go try to pick up Nicholas Moriano. I'm like, I could pay you $50 every 3 months, Nicholas. What a shame, though, that they did that to.
Yeah, no.
Will DeWitt. Thank you.
Will
King
DeWitt.
Booker
Okay.
World.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, King Booker World.
And then when they took it over, they got rid of Will right away. If you remember, he was gone.
He went to the back. He went to the background, started like producing or something like that. He just he was more off air.
Yeah, but then I thought they got rid of him right away, like within months, a month. So I go back and look because I was like, oh, they stuck him in the background and then got rid of him 5, 6, 7 weeks later after they did the switch. Thanks, Buka.
Mr. Mayhem saying Adam Hogue is the worst from Chicago. Adam Hogue is Adam Ho.
I don't even.
He's hoeing himself out to all the.
Don't read or follow any of his stuff, man.
I don't either. Like, that was one of the reasons why I started this channel was because of all of the big media conglomerates that were, David Kaplan. Like, David Kaplan doesn't make enough fucking money. He doesn't have enough voice all over the damn Chicagoland area. He's on 25 different radio programs, and he has a deal with ESPN. And even though he still gets to cover the Cubs, and the guy is all over the place. You need to really weasel your way into this world and try to take, the little guys like us down. Adam Ho, just hoeing himself out everywhere. He's got Adam Ho and Johns. He's on CHGO. I tell you what, you know what they probably laid all these people off because they had to pay Cole Kmet. Poor Cole Kmet sitting up there as a perennial loser trying to do a show with these guys. Like, I feel bad for him.
No, I feel bad. I feel bad for the Bears on that because Cole needs to concentrate a little bit more on football because he's having a down year with all these things he got going on. Bro, can you just concentrate on playing football? It seemed like you took a step back.
Well, everything around him didn't help too. I don't know how much of this is
agreed
stuff because how is this guy not? I just there's plenty of ball to go around, but you got to be able to keep the damn ball. That is probably the only positive as I look at the team on paper going into next year, and we know exactly where we got to go to fix things. We know exactly what's maybe not the person or the personnel, but
we'll see.
The first thing I'm doing, dude, is I'm going after Trey Smith in free agency. I'm gonna lock him up. Don't care.
I can see that. But my thing is this, though. Let's get the right coach.
Absolutely.
Let's get the right coach. And we talked about this before. I know we've already closed this show here pretty soon, but I just want to say this. I would not be opposed to trading for the right coach. I would not be opposed to that. Because at this point, that's the most important thing. Get the right coach. One who can work with the offensive line we have, bring in a few pieces, because we got some money to spend. But let's get the right coach, man, because
do you think there's somebody that can be traded to the Bears? Because I just don't. I don't see who it would be.
Well, there's only 2 coaches I would trade for. Let me be perfectly clear.
They're not going anywhere. McVay and Shanahan, they're not going anywhere.
Like I said, though, there's only 2 I would trade for. Yeah. Now, if I need to go and break somebody's kneecaps to persuade them to get them to trade them, I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibilities because, I've been known to break a few kneecaps my day. I just want to put it out there.
What about?
Yeah, you don't bite them, though? You just break them?
I don't bite them.
Okay, Dan Campbell Jr.
I've been known to break them, though. I'm just saying, I've been known to break them. I'm just playing, guys.
Who was the ice skater that bashed the other chick's knee?
I gotta know. Do you keep that stick handy for the show, just for those moments, or is that actually like
certainly made enough appearances on this show over the years?
Hey.
Is that like something you actually like keep as a protective measure in your home?
I'm just saying, man. I just keep it around. That's all I'm saying. I just keep it around, bro. Never know when you might need it.
He's got it in the room because if he's really busy, one of the grandkids or the wife comes in, he just picks it up and they turn around.
You got a woman. You got a woman who don't want to listen. Got kids who don't want to listen. You got a man who don't want to listen.
I want to interview PJ's wife, man, because that might even be her club.
I'd
That
like
might
to
even be
meet
her club, and it's in that room for a reason.
Oh no, she's not allowed to come on here because if
I'd
she
like to meet
does,
her.
that thing's coming out. Like you ain't talking to these motherfuckers.
He said he would have interviewed her. I'd like to meet her.
John King Bravo is saying Ron Rivera with Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniel.
Again, I'm out on Josh McDaniel, man. Ron Rivera, head coach, he didn't do so much in Washington. Defensive coordinator, maybe. But a head coach,
Defensive coordinator, definitely I'd be interested in him.
Who, Vrabel?
No, Rivera.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I will say this, and I know I'm going to lose a lot of you guys on this one, but I'm going to be, this is my feeling so. Vic Fangio, head coach.
No.
Reason why I say it, because he's a leader for one. His players play for him for two. And I think he got the right pulse of the atmosphere of the Chicago mindset. Now, the key for me, he would have to have a knockout the park offensive coordinator. Who that offensive coordinator is, I don't know. But that's a caveat. But as far as the leadership, I love the way his players play for him, because look what Philly doing for him right now. Philly is playing out of their mind on defense right now. So I love that. That's why I would love him here. But getting the right offense coordinator it would be the issue.
Then we got to go back to a 3-4. He comes back. Because that alone is a process.
Guys in chat are killing me right now, man. Buka World saying, if the Bears pull out, hey, Chicago, you guys know Kyle Shanahan? Well, let me introduce you to your new head coach, Kyle Shanahan's nephew, Chris. He leads the Park District to the Forest Preserve Championship. And then what was the other one? It was hilarious too. Where was it? It was Atmos. What Atmos says, $10 super chat sends PJ for a Walmart experience shop.
I was just there earlier, though, man. Y'all missed it. I was there earlier.
I was on the phone with him right before. I was on the phone with PJ right before he went to Walmart because I said the same thing. I said, "Dude, what are you at Walmart?"
Hey, the thing,
there's no power outage.
To give you guys some content. I'm just telling you. I go above and beyond.
That was classic, PJ. For anyone that doesn't know, PJ's power was out, and he was doing the show with us on his phone, and so he's like, "All right, fuck it, I got to go to Walmart and get some lights, some lanterns," and he's in Walmart with the phone in the cart, walking around Walmart and talking to people, and we're like yelling out in the background. I'm like trying to embarrass him. Oh, that was fun.
Hey, I don't get embarrassed, bro.
Rolling along right through it.
That was classic.
Hey, see, this is the type of content you guys get on BCP.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I want to say, guys, I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. I be laughing so hard I crack myself up.
No, it's you guys get going on with us and adding to the humor. It really makes it fun for us because we are here to have fun, and you guys having fun with us means the world to us. for the 2 millionth time now. That's why we do this. It's because of you guys.
Yeah.
Trust me, because Shorty wasn't going to do the show tonight.
I wasn't.
But he hopped in because of your guys' dedication. Because I remember reading last week or the week before, someone in the chat said how they look forward to this show to give them a stress reliever. And I felt obligated in a good way to want to do this show, because I was like, you know what, I got to do this show because for the ones who may be having a bad day, they need something, their spirits uplifted. Let's do this show.
And also, PJ, I didn't think you were going to do this without me. And so when you guys said you were going to do without me, I was like, man, kind of hang out with these guys for a little bit. Can't just let.
Yeah, I was trying to hold out, PJ. I was holding till the last second to tell them things, but it didn't work. Still showed up.
I try to take my time eating my dinner too, but
Man, just freaking relax, man. They're in cold Shitsville right
Uh-oh. We got a super chat.
oh, there's your $10 Walmart money. You better get your ass up and go to the store, PJ.
Start the vehicle. Here we go.
Well, if you get into gas and leaving and production costs, you're gonna have to pay another $5, Peach.
Steve Phillips with a $10 super chat.
What?
Oh, we're rolling.
We got another super chat. Man.
Great year, fellas. Minus the Bears.
I truly appreciate you guys with the super chats there.
Yeah.
Steve's my cousin, so he knows he's getting that $10 back in a beer when we go to the Seahawks game together.
I thought that beer was costing $13, so
exactly.
You better another $3 there.
I need
Steve.
$3 more, Steve.
He made that dumb. He's getting breakfast out of you. That's a good for $20. A couple beers, and you'll get him, Steve. Get him.
Oh man.
But seriously, guys, thank you for the
Absolutely.
super chats. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
As Patty says, hit the like button. Appreciate you guys supporting us.
Appreciate you guys. Catfish and spaghetti. Here we come.
Absolutely.
Where's it at? I'm trying to. Here we go.
Actually thinking about doing fish and spaghetti.
Keep on thinking, Peach.
You good something, bro.
Oh man.
You know, because we didn't do it earlier, and I keep forgetting. I was going to say, hey, we're talking to the chat. Armando, Patty Lara, Chad Speaker, Steve Phillips, Patty
O'Toole,
and Farias. You guys are why we're here. You just brought it up. Our tour. Hi, Patty.
Scottish Bear.
Scottish Bear.
Scottish Bear. We got
John
Jason,
King, Bravo, Stockholm.
Jason UK Bear is currently here in Chicago. He's in the loop right now. And we're going to meet up with him this weekend, go to that Lions game. And then he's coming to my family's house for Christmas. I should say Dansmas, my birthday. The big 5-0. And we're going to have a lot of fun.
I'm
with
for that
Jason.
too, dude. You know
Please
that,
do.
right?
Yeah. I hope you are. Yes.
Oh, okay. You're
I
going to have a
hope
good
you
time up there, huh? All right, cool. All right.
I wanted to
We're
make
gonna
sure.
try.
Like game's going. I hope Bosco doesn't remember that he's invited.
No, I hope you did. I'm glad that you did remember. Love to have you.
Skylar A08.
Yeah.
Evie
I
Warrior.
planned it when you brought her up because I'm like, well, I never do nothing on Christmas anymore. Everybody either moved away or deceased.
Oh, what did you say? I didn't quite hear what you said there, Foster.
Well, when you've been alive for 716 years and everyone's gone. What happened to Foster?
He had to take himself off because he had a mouthful of food.
O'Toole is a Lions fan who has been here every week now since that Lions All-22. We want to thank you,
O'Toole, MVP. He is a real MVP. Now, I did before we get off here, let me say this real quick. I want to go through the injury report for Detroit. I don't know if I can share the screen or not. Uh-oh. Getting outside my comfort zone here. Look at there. Getting outside my comfort zone.
Look.
We got
what is going on?
Calm down over there,
What are
man.
you getting tech savvy over here?
Hey, I told you, I know how to work a computer. I just try not to. All right. So we got on the injury report, you're looking at Graham, there's the guard, Graham Glasgow. He didn't practice yesterday or today. David Montgomery, he's out. Frank Ragnow, their center, he didn't practice. Brian Branch, their safety, didn't practice and he left practice today. I don't know this guy, Jalen Reeves-Maben. I don't know how much of a contributor he is, full disclosure.
So what were you saying? We're only going to lose by 20.
Taylor Decker, he rested, didn't practice. What does FP stand for? Anybody know?
FP?
Yeah, FP.
Full participation.
Oh, okay. So he will be playing then. As well as Reader and all the other guys. I mean, the other guys on this list here. But we talked about earlier before you came on, Shorty, the key to Bears winning, in my opinion, is just running the ball heavy, and just pounding it. Get physical with them.
Behind what offensive line?
Well, the offensive linemen we got, they're all big guys except for the center. The center's is small compared to other centers. But if you get behind Pryor, get behind Tevin, I mean, you got guys you can get behind and just run the ball up the middle, and don't try to, go out wide. But Foster brought up, we need the type of running back that can pound the ball because we won't have Roshan. I don't know if, what's his name?
Homer.
Yeah, Homer, if he's the guy that can do it. But that's what we need in order to, I think, to be successful. And plus them not being an outside team, what I'm saying is we got a shot.
What in the hell happened to Jaquan Brisker? I mean, how can he have missed so many games from a concussion? That's very worrisome.
It's scary. I mean, honestly, it's scary from a human aspect of it. I mean, I understand, we got our fanship, but I worry about him his long-term health.
At this point, there's no reason to play. Just heal that brain of yours, man, because that was a nasty hit he gave that dude. And I remember like looking at him on the sideline thinking, he looks like he's concussed. Like, why is he still playing?
Yes.
He finished the game. Now he's missed 10 games since then?
Yes.
Shit. What's his name? The Miami quarterback didn't even miss that many games. He's got
Tua. Yeah.
Tua. He's got way more concussions.
Yeah.
Long term in his career.
What's up, Samo?
What's up, Samo?
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm really concerned about his health, man.
Do you have the Bears injury report since you're getting all tech savvy on us?
I thought I showed it, man. My bad.
Oh, I thought you just showed the Lions. Sorry.
They were both on it. You got to scroll up and down.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
So Braxton Jones did not. Ryan Bates did not participate. Javon Dexter.
Ryan Bates did not participate today or yesterday. Javon Dexter didn't participate today or yesterday. Tevin Jenkins with a calf did not participate today or yesterday. Braxton Jones did not participate yesterday, but practiced today, full practice. Daryl Taylor, full practice. Roshan Johnson, full practice. And Mercedes Lewis had a non-injury rest.
So Kwani's not even on that list. Is he going to play this week? Because I
believe, isn't he on injured reserve?
Oh, okay. Good. Good. I hope he is. If it was that bad to miss that many games, then.
Yeah, at this point, what are you coming back for? I mean, we talked about Caleb not playing.
Right.
Why we need to bring him back with a head injury? Well, right. Just go ahead and get your head right.
Alfarius says that Braxton Jones and Roshan Johnson will be playing this game.
He said who?
Braxton
Roshan
Jones and Roshan. So
Well, they both full practice today. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
yeah.
yeah, I don't count it till it happens. Something always happens with these guys. So if that's the case, I'd start the game off with him instead of Swift and make. Not going to like it, but you could use Swift a lot still.
But hold on, I'm with Chad here though. Mercedes Lewis getting rest. Rest from what? What you resting for, bro? I mean, what you do? Play 5 plays a game? I mean, what are you doing? All right, maybe that's not fair, but I'm just saying.
Only 3 games left. Let's do something. Let's show something.
Right.
Show some resiliency, something, man, because it's not looking good.
So with that being said, we're gonna get like I said, we're gonna be ending the show early. Any last words, Shorty?
What do you think is going to happen here with this game coming up? Or do we got the Lions at home?
Lions at home. I think we lose this game by 20 points. I'm going to be. My wife and I we're going to be hanging out with Jason and his girlfriend from the UK and Curtis and Clinton, and we're going to have a lot of damn fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we're going to lose, and I just don't see any way that we are not going to lose.
21-17 Bears.
Yeah, I got an me too, Pete. 19-16 Bears.
Ampharius says Bears lose 28-17. Chad says Lions 38-17.
I like Chad's. The Lions score a lot of points, man.
Not this week.
What did they score? What did they score against the Bears last game?
Was it 23-20?
Yeah.
23.
Yeah, it wasn't that much. Yeah. Cliff says 38-24 Lions.
That was back when we had Eberflus
Start
on our
those
head
guys
coach,
just because we don't have everything written down. Start them. That way they're stored. I did a couple of them.
Oh, okay, got you.
Steve Phillips saying Shorty says they lose. This means they'll win. I predicted losses the last 3 weeks. My bro, and they did. I like. I'm going 35-10 Lions.
Put it in the chat.
Write it in the chat.
35-10
You too,
Lions.
Paige.
All right, put mine in the chat.
Oh, I didn't see it.
What are you saying?
No, I didn't see it, dude.
Hmm?
I wasn't looking.
That's because you're busy eating nuts.
Triscuits. I don't know why, man. I'm hungry.
He's eating these nuts.
Good night, everybody. Stay safe.
That'd be a great name for a bag of nuts. D's nuts. Just a capital D apostrophe S.
You're right.
D's nuts. Oh man. O'Toole, what is your prediction for this game as a Lions fan? How badly do you think you're gonna kick our ass?
He says he does
30s.
say though, Swift already hates contact. Will be really interesting to see what he does in 30 degrees.
It'll be
Good point. That's why I was looking for another running back to carry the load.
Mm-hmm. It'll be really interesting to see what Caleb does in the cold too.
Mr. Mayhem says 21-0 Lions. Ooh. That's a spanking right there.
I mean, I live in Atlanta now, and it's cold there right now, but it's not like here. If I walk outside just in my shirt, which is basically what they're going to be wearing, that's brutal.
No, man, they're going to be wearing some Under Armour shirts, man.
Yeah, but it's not like they're wearing like long sleeve shirts, like insulated wool
Right.
long sleeve shirts. They're still going to be out there. It'll be interesting.
Last
Steve-
says 30-27 Lions in OT.
Steve Phillips saying 21-20 Bears. I hope so.
There we go. See? Jeremy
Uh,
Munoz says 31-13 Lions.
Yeah. Artur saying, you know, Jared, since he went to 2 gloves in cold games, plays about normals. Don't expect much drop off there. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, Otor, I hope you guys win the Super Bowl. I really do. I'm gonna be looking for you guys to kick some ass in the playoffs and rooting for you to do so, because never having been to a Super Bowl or won one. Do they? D's nuts exist, Samo? I really do hope that you guys go win it all, Otor.
Gentlemen, I've got to go. I've got a real pain here in the neck.
You are a pain. You're such a pain in the neck. It's all good. We got to wrap this up. So,
all right, Foster, take care of yourself.
Good night, you guys. Everybody stay safe. Merry Christmas. Well, what are we doing next week? Because the Bears game's on Thursday.
we're not. Well, we're going. I'm going to the game Thursday.
That's right.
So, if you guys want to do this without me, you guys are welcome to.
Thursday, you're going to hook up with. Are you hooking up with them Thursday night?
Jason.
And...
Yeah, no, not Clinton. Well, Clinton, we're going to tailgate with him, but Thursday is Steve Phillips, myself, my wife, my other cousin Simon, and then Jason and his girlfriend from the UK. We're going to be at that game, tailgating before and all that stuff. So, you guys, if you guys are going to do the show without me, then let me know and I'll get it all set up for you guys.
All right.
If you guys really want to do a show during the Bears game, which you might as well, because who gives a shit about the game? Right?
If anything, probably do a pre-game show.
Okay, there you go.
Right, before the game.
Yeah.
But if not, then you guys might do the all 22 page. I don't know. I won't be able to.
We probably do it.
It's Christmas next week and my 50th birthday. I got a lot going on. I got a lot of people coming in. So if we do not do a show next week, please forgive us. It is the week of Christmas. So we do want to wish everyone here and your families a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year to you guys. Like these guys said earlier, we do this for you. This is why we're here. So love and appreciate you guys. See you later, Foster. And
Merry Christmas, guys. Truly appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in. We had at one point, I think, 67 people in the chat. Thank you guys for spending your evening with us. Apologize for the abbreviated show. However, it's all right. We'll be back hopefully next week for the pregame.
This is a normal show for most people.
Yes.
Hour and a half?
But not for us.
No,
sir.
Normally we'd 5 hours later.
Hey, that's how we do. That's how we roll, bro.
All right, guys. Well, you guys, if we do not see you next week, please make sure you guys have a safe, happy holidays, and we'll definitely see you after the new year. By the way, just want to let you guys know we've got a lot of stuff in the works for BCP. We have got Jim Miller is going to be joining us after the new year. Jerry Azuma is going to be joining us after the new year, and Eric Kramer actually emailed me, PJ.
What?
Yeah. It wasn't about coming on the show, but I reminded him that I wanted to have him come on the show again. So it was about something that the NFL Films did on him.
Really?
So I responded to him and said we'd love to have him on the show after the new year and kind of talk about what NFL Films did for him, because he currently is still the Bears record holder in most categories for quarterbacks. So that will be cool. So Jim Miller, we got two Bears former quarterbacks coming on, and It's, in my opinion, my second favorite punt kick returner of all time, and Jerry Azuma will be joining us as well. And who knows where that will lead with those kind of contexts. So please, guys, make sure that you like, subscribe, set your notifications, and hang out with us every Thursday night, just like you have been tonight. We love and appreciate you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy Dansmas to me. And you want to take care of that end stream this time, just so you can get a little practice in.
Yeah, I can handle that. Thanks again, guys, for joining us. You guys have a very Merry Christmas. For those of you who are going to spend time with your family, enjoy your family. For those of you who do not have family to be with, my heart is with you, and I pray God's comfort upon your hearts. God bless you. Good night.
Merry Christmas to you too, PJ.
Merry Christmas, Shorty.
On a 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Bears.
You can do it.